Yo, NLE Chopper, bro. No more break dancing. No more belly rolling and like that, gyrating. If you making a diss song at Kentrell Deshaun Golden.
I see YoungBoy ain't mess with nobody. The boy doing his thing. Standing his own lane. NLE Chopper, instead of him doing his own thing, he said, you know what, I'm gonna attack this man, I'm gonna mess with him.
Right after YoungBoy dropped his new track, BossManeDlow, the whole rap scene exploded with reactions, with some saying this might finally shut down his drama with Choppa for good. One rapper even tweeted, "The end of that beef with that boy," basically saying Choppa shouldn't even mention certain guys' names anymore. Even DJ jumped in, claiming that if Choppa wants real respect for going at YoungBoy, he better come with an anthem and not some halfway attempt.
Yo, NLE Chopper, bro. No more break dancing. No more belly rolling and like that, gyrating. If you making a diss song at Kentrell Deshaun Golden, you gotta make some anthem with like some military tanks. That's how he's coming. Tell you.
That tweet clearly hit a nerve because YoungBoy jumped online and fired off a message before deleting it. He wrote, "Let them numbers speak for themselves. Don't say my name again." He was clearly trying to deny Choppa any shine, especially when Choppa's track, Hello Revenge, only pulled around 550,000 views in 2 days. Meanwhile, YoungBoy's new joint hit 1.1 million views in just 24 hours, and it was still flying up at around 50,000 views per hour at the time this was recorded. But even with all that success, DJ Akademiks couldn't keep quiet. He dropped another post saying YoungBoy is the only rapper pulling arena-level numbers, touching $70 million, and somehow still ready to deal with someone head-on in the street if he feels disrespected.
He's probably the only rapper that gets to the level of, yo, he's doing an arena. He just came off a $75 million tour. It grossed $75 million. Yet we still believe that he's totally like ready to. Usually it's one or the other. If we really think that you're the crash out, you're not going on tour to do an arena. We usually think you're who goes to like, you know, you get 1 or 2 shows because you're really living like that. He's the only person that I think maintained the image that he might today, but he's selling out a stadium tomorrow.
That statement turned even more heads because it lined up too perfectly with the energy in Choppa's latest song. And that brings us to Hello Revenge, where Choppa spits those wild lines that had everyone talking. The lyrics go, "Pop up, opt out guys, can't turn me down, chop us up, top down boy, I'm your daddy. Now pound for pound, round for round, we can put the firearms down, uppercut." Choppa kept swinging with that line, "Stomach, tongue tuck, man down." And that's when rappers online started saying he needs to chill before this whole thing spins out of control. The energy was getting way too raw, and folks were begging him to stop pushing it any further. Then Freddie Gibbs jumped on Instagram and dropped a slick comment about Choppa's new video, writing he didn't even know if Choppa was being serious, but he'd been laughing at it for 20 minutes straight. He was basically clowning the whole situation.
But I see YoungBoy ain't mess with nobody. The boy doing his thing. Standing his own lane. And yeah, I love it. I love it. I can feel him every time he drop a song. But NLE Chopper, instead of him doing his own thing, he said, you know what, I'm gonna attack this man, I'm gonna mess with him. That's how poor in the street think. Instead of just letting me continue to move with my life, cause I ain't messing with nobody. I ain't out here trying to portray a street image or nothing like that. I'm just.
But everything flipped the moment YoungBoy and his camp decided to respond. YoungBoy's people instantly dug up an old clip from last year where Choppa himself said YoungBoy was literally better than him.
Let me know who beating me, bro. Respectfully, the only that's really respectfully, the only that's really ahead in that space is YoungBoy.
That clip spread fast, and YoungBoy didn't stop there. He began reposting reactions from fans telling Choppa to quit immediately, making the whole thing look like a public dragging with no mercy. Then Charleston White turned the heat up even more, going off on Choppa after his diss toward YoungBoy and claiming Choppa had no right to even speak on him.
NLE Choppa, listen to me. You can't go walk the runway with that little walk. You remember that walk you had? I think I'm a bad. You can't come back with that walk. I think I'm a bad. You can't come back with that, NLE Choppa. With that boy. Now them boy got some dances. Them boy, but you went to holler about if you was a bad, I suck my too. You are disqualified from saying anything to Kentrell. NLE, you have been disqualified. I would give if you and King Von got in the car and together. Once you learn that walk, like that runway model walk, and you went in front of the whole world, You can't come back over here to this side of the railroad track and go to barking. No. Go back over there and finish, nephew. Go back over there and finish being a bad.
But the wild part? Just a week earlier, Charleston was saying the complete opposite. He was calling out YoungBoy's music for being harmful to the youth, which is the same point Choppa was making.
YB babies ain't money getting. They'll hurt you, kill you, and eat at your icebox as they break in your house. I'm not battling with childhood like a YB fan. Them kids need to be put in mental institutions. This man, YB, sound like he's angry. He want to out his mama. He want to beat his daddy. He want to his uncle. I don't want to hear that kind of shit. I'm not in pain. I'm a money getter. YB babies ain't money getting. I don't feel that. That's not soul music. I'm a soulful brother. I'm not in pain. Them kids need to be put in mental institutions. You see they had that on medication.
Still, even people who agreed with Choppa didn't want to stand behind him because it all came from Choppa's own diss lyrics. And those lyrics had everybody talking. Choppa rapped, "You are bad for the youth. Nothing positive you do. You the reason guys going after girls thinking that it's cute. You send guys to do what you wouldn't even do. Role model. You will never fit the shoe. Just a guy. I with emotion. Your aura give me the ick. Guys like you make me sick." The whole situation pushed academics to jump in again, claiming Choppa is trying to copy X's style, but it's not landing because, according to him, Choppa just doesn't have the same sharp mind X had.
Some people would call it, you have your third eye open. Some people would call it, yo, a dumb on act smart. Some people would call it fake woke. Some people would call it someone trying to seem deeper than most. Pause. It's kind of like how people, it evokes some of the similar thoughts like how we had about XXXTentacion, where people felt like, he understood life a little bit on a different level. And I think that's what NLE Choppa is aiming for.
That comment got people fired up because it felt like academics was saying Choppa was playing a role he couldn't handle. Then YoungBoy's mother stepped into the drama and called Choppa out hard. She said he keeps acting like he's above everybody even though he's really not. In her eyes, Choppa is just jealous of YoungBoy's success, especially after YoungBoy went on a massive national tour, brought in crazy money, and packed full stadiums all across the country. She even hinted that the jealousy might have been cooking for a while.
Today I'm gonna talk about being jealous and being envious. So you want to make a video dancing around like a ballerina, and then you got a man on his knee, and you're saying Cantrell is evil and he's a bad influence. So you want to go and put that man on his knees and on a video, right? Okay, fine. I bet they have another video with that same on his knees. Because who gonna even play that stupid ass role? If you know better, you do better. Your head look like a without a rubber on top of it. But yet, you want to sit here and try to talk about somebody. You better be lucky. I can't say what I want to say on Instagram.
Meanwhile, local authorities weren't calm at all about those concerts. Police were actually relieved the tour ended because the crowds and the energy created serious security problems. Things were getting so wild that Louisiana officials were already worried about YoungBoy's upcoming New Orleans show, treating it like a potential risk before it even happened.
They are very concerned about the NBA YoungBoy concert. So concerned that even before the concert went forward this weekend, they notified Louisiana Stadium Exposition District, also known as that manages the Superdome and Smoothie King Center, in particular notified ASM Global that, this is like a really dangerous thing that could have very unforeseen consequences. Now, the response from ASM Global was, we'll hire some security inside, it'll be fine. NOPD's response was, you don't get what we're saying. There is such a propensity around these concerts that is so not an if but a when that we are concerned we'll have to activate the department to be around the downtown area to protect citizens and revelers.
But to really understand why Choppa's diss hit so hard, you gotta rewind the history between them. Back in 2019, Choppa was a huge YoungBoy fan. When YoungBoy got arrested that year, Choppa even made a whole track called Free YoungBoy to show support. At the time, he was one of YoungBoy's loudest supporters.
He's not able to defend his name, bro, and it be a lot going on within his name about him when, to me, bro, he a real stand-up dude, and it was just unfortunate how it happened. Like, he came to a person as a man.
Everything changed after King Von passed away. When YoungBoy dropped the track Bring the Hook and dissed King Von right after his death, Choppa stopped rocking with him immediately. That switch caught the entire rap world's attention. DJ Academics even tweeted, YoungBoy on Demon Time and he dropping another whole tape, which had people buzzing instantly. But O-Block rapper Reese fired back at that tweet saying, that ain't no Demon Time. Lil Reese fired back saying YoungBoy was just rapping like everybody else, and Choppa quickly replied, I stamped that, making it crystal clear which side he was standing on. That one comment told YoungBoy everything he needed to know, and he definitely didn't like it.
Man, YoungBoy, king of rap. We just gotta claim it today. King of rap. King of rap. That's a new narrative I'm driving. These gonna have to bow to the feet. I like it. We're not talking about Kendrick and Drake, and they're on a different level. But below Kendrick and Drake, I'm sorry. With all due respect to every other rapper, YoungBoy is the king of rap right now. I'm sorry to tell y'all. The walk down I seen in Atlanta tonight, give him the throne. Just give him the throne. YoungBoy the king of rap. I'm sorry to tell y'all. Hey, listen, I'm not saying it's gonna last forever. But for right now, in the last 4 or 5 months, YoungBoy the king of rap.
YoungBoy clapped back on his next track, Know Like I Know, dropping those cold lyrics. I bet your mama be destroyed when we send you to God for making statements, choosing sides about my beef with them boys. I could say I saw it, you could say I was your favorite. That line showed exactly how personal things had gotten. Right after that, Choppa switched up completely. He even changed the title of his old track Free YoungBoy to just YoungBoy, basically erasing the support he once gave and signaling he wanted no part in backing him anymore. But instead of letting the tension die quietly, Choppa went on a whole press run talking about the fallout and trying to reshape the narrative. Eventually, he landed on The Breakfast Club, where he tried to take the moral high ground. He said YoungBoy needed to move smarter, act more responsible, and understand he has a lot of people watching him. Choppa claimed YoungBoy should stay out of trouble and put full focus on his music, but the way he said it made it obvious he was still bothered about not being cool with YoungBoy anymore. Meanwhile, YoungBoy wasn't thinking about any of that. Once he got out, he stayed locked in, minding his business and dropping so much heat that the police had to increase security at his shows. His concerts were pulling such massive crowds that officials had no choice but to take extra steps just to keep everything under control. Reports came out saying more than 400 officers were getting deployed every night for YoungBoy's hometown shows in New Orleans. They even brought in drones and armored trucks on standby, because the energy around these concerts was getting way too intense. All this extra heat came after YoungBoy started doing wild things on stage that sent the internet into a frenzy.
Good. YoungBoy. What's his click?
Why would I tell you?
What's his click though? What's the 4K track? Damn. Oh.
4K track for life.
I'm okay up. I am okay up for life. I'm from Chicago.
Who?
Boy.
One tweet went viral saying, YoungBoy performed the greatest diss track in front of a sold-out crowd in Atlanta. This is history.
I ain't even say this perm having name. You just want to bring it top up. Say, bro, man, you be relevant, and I said what I said, bro. You need a like me to keep you going. Your views go up now. Clown, I'm willing to help y'all about it, man. But I hate NBA so much, man. Go get him some views, man. Help this some views, man.
And the crazy part? YoungBoy chose Atlanta to perform the diss aimed at King Von, who lost his life in that same city. The timing was cold, and the crowd knew exactly what he was doing. Even academics reacted to the moment, while fans online were stunned and posting things like, YoungBoy dissed Forbes and half of Atlanta in their own city. Bro, really a menace. That comment spread everywhere because people couldn't believe he pulled that off in front of thousands. But to make it clear that not everybody was riding with YoungBoy, a Chicago OG came out and dissed him publicly while giving praise to Lil Durk.
Nah, for real though, I don't see why this was surprising or new to y'all. Everybody jumping ship because this how the industry is. Nobody in the industry is gonna stick around you when you at your lowest. If they can't get clout, notoriety, money, fame, features, videos, something that they could benefit from off you, they're gonna jump ship. I don't see why it's surprising that everybody is on YB in the industry. That's how it go. They only gonna you when it's beneficial to them. None of these ain't grow up with Dirk. None of these ain't friends or real homies with Dirk for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Or they would never change, or they would never jump ship. Cause where we from, if you with me, my option's your option's mine. Some people don't look at it like that. Some people look at it like I with both parties, they ain't got nothing to do with it. And look, you not wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, shout out to the that still done stayed down for Dirk, his real family and friends.
The divide in the rap world became obvious fast, with both sides getting louder and louder. YoungBoy didn't stay silent either. He jumped on Instagram and sent out a message saying rappers need him for clout. He said washed-up rappers keep trying to hit him just to get some attention off his name. But then the real reason behind why Choppa dissed YoungBoy finally came out. Choppa wanted everybody to know he was riding with Dirk's side, not YoungBoy's, because people online kept accusing him of flipping sides depending on who's winning at the moment.
Eagle Willis. We have Floyd County Commissioner, Mr. Mark Harrington. And we have Floyd County Probate Judge, Judge Stephen Johnson. And they got something.
Damn, there's a judge up there? Yo, the judge in the city sending all the rappers in the city to jail. But the out-of-town rapper that came here, that basically, hey, you know what type of time I be on. You over here giving him an award? Oh, nah, Atlanta's in shambles. If y'all are a rapper who ever got prosecuted by this, or not prosecuted, but like got sent to jail by this judge, and basically you watching an out-of-town rap getting an award for doing 10 times worse than what you do, you gotta feel sick. You gotta feel sick.
A tweet went viral saying, Zio-sama speaks on why it's no surprise the industry is switching up on Dirk for YoungBoy. And that message summed up exactly why Choppa felt the need to plant his flag and show loyalty, even with Dirk sitting in prison right now. But Dirk's side wasn't looking strong at all, especially after what went down at one of YoungBoy's Atlanta shows. They literally brought out judges and other officials from the city to support the event. Even academics said Atlanta was in shambles after YoungBoy got the key to the city, which shocked a lot of people who didn't understand how someone with so much controversy could get that kind of respect.
So I'm in the dressing room and we just talking about a bunch of, he's also telling me, and I will never say who, he's telling me all the rappers who was now hitting him up. And he kind of asked me, he's like, so what you think, man? Because I think he's thinking like, yo, should he forgive some of these? Like, but all these rappers on it. You know what I mean? Like, they're all like, yo, YoungBoy, we love you, right? And I gave him the best advice, I think. I said, I didn't want to impart my thoughts on it because I don't know fully what he's been through and what he's thought. Because, he was down where nobody would upon him. So I said, whatever your heart feels about any of these or kind of doubling back or not, I want to do whatever, go with that.
For plenty of fans, that moment confirmed their suspicions. Many started believing YoungBoy might be the only one the system actually favors now, while other crews keep getting hit with indictments and federal pressure. Yet YoungBoy keeps getting praised publicly, almost like he has powerful people rooting for him from the shadows. Academics doubled down on that idea and said nearly every rapper is now trying to be cool with YoungBoy again because it's obvious he's the hottest artist in the game right now. Nobody wants smoke with the guy who's moving millions of streams, packing arenas, and making the streets pick sides. If you rocked with this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment, and I'll catch you in the next one.